It's week 4 of the National Football League. And we'll see Zach Wilson. He had a solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Lions and the Eagles coming up next.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Yeah, maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, pick them up. And someone jumped.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Throwing is Hurts. Looking middle, and that's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates.
Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU at Zach Wilson.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
after the incomplete pass. Here now is 2nd and 10. They run the jet sweep now for Tony. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. The Lions at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 1st down, Wilson. That pass caught. It's Williams. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 25 yards that time. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Sanders' kick is good, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this 1st quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Swift going to try up the middle. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Wilson. He's got this complete to Williams. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just didn't take the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. He's got his man. It's caught for the Lion touchdown. Kadarius Toney, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. And make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. All eyes on Zach Wilson leading his team back out for this next drive. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look at the
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
Well, they certainly took too long to set up play action. That gave the pass rush time to get home for its first sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about the quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by the former Lion, Darius Slay. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back.
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Offside, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Fields it right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So here are the Lions to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got it into last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw again is Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. For the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
I'm sure he said challenge accepted. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, it doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Hurts. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL than just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field.
And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. They go play action now. Wilson on the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Kadarius Toney with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. In the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game. And I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. This offense returns to the field, and the former Penn State star Miles Sanders, we get a look at him. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
It's so educational. That's very true, kids. Look at that. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Hurts to throw. It's caught by Sanders. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
On first down, Hurts. And once again, this is Sanders. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's got Smith here. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Throwing is Hurts. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. As the offense reemerges, there's wide receiver Kadarius Toney leading him out. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Kaiser
White, the former safety, gets the sack. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
That's good for our Lions. 1st and 10.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Second and 10 now, Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Hassan Reddick drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here comes the Lions punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We hit a wall, so to speak.
And it hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
That's good for the Lions.
Once again, it's Swift. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Wilson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this is good. He was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Well, somehow he was able to sidestep that first tackler, but still hit and taken down behind the line. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. sets up to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. It's caught. Smith. He's got room at the 30. Down to the 10. Touchdown. Devontae Smith with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are back within a score. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now Wilson on 1st down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kaiser White. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! Dallas Goedert, 46 yards. And the Eagles strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So out now come the Lions. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
We'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Rolling to his left. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Understanding he's just down 1 possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Wilson. Flushed out right. He's got this complete to Williams. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Steps away. And this one's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
To throw again on second down. Wilson being chased out left. And that'll be incomplete. The passing game right now for them not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open.
And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the Eagles are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. From the gun, it's Hurts. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
The right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is brought in at the 21. That'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And out will come the offense as they take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. He'll drop to throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And, look, they had great field position to start. But boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Throwing on second down. Hurts. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Eagles will add to their fourth-quarter lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a two-point conversion to tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. Still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second.
They go play action with Wilson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like it.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack. Turnover on downs. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Another shot now for this Lions offense. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is easy. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kaiser White, and he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Well, there's... Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire. And
got your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give a now flex. While you there looking the best, feel to get up.